For Alpi, what did you kind of learn about yourself through this series, being asked to do a lot defensively and also battling with Draymond Green on the other end?
Man, learned a lot, first time playoff for me, and one of the best players being in the league long time. Just learned a lot, man. Learn the aggressiveness, defense, play both way, just try to win, try to help my teammates, but, just got to learn and move on.
Fred, I know you guys are crushed right now, but big picture, how proud are you of the young guys and the way that they handled the pressure in their first playoff series?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of these guys. I look at all these guys like my baby brothers, except for they're not babies anymore. They grew up a lot this year and made huge strides. Incredible regular season, and just a tough way to end the season. It's always tough, but it's only one team that can win the championship. So it's a heartbreaking loss. Game 7 can go either way. Wasn't our best performance, but we're not gonna sum up the whole experience based on one night. I'm proud of everybody. Made huge strides down the list. The entire roster was key. It's one of my favorite seasons that I've been a part of, and I think that everybody should be excited, about the future and what's to come.
Fred, you have a club option on your contract for next season. Do you want and expect to be back? And could you speak about your partnership with Ime Udoka? It seems more than a normal player-coach relationship.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know I'm a little new here, but I'm never going to speak about contract stuff publicly. I handle the business behind closed doors, but obviously I put my heart and soul into this, and this is where I want to be, and it's definitely a family situation. I got a lot of love for our coaching staff and Rafael and the Fertitta family, and just what we set out to do. When I had my free agent meeting 2 years ago, and we're on that track, and it was never a short-term vision. It was a long-term goal. So we're on track. We're on schedule. It's a tough way to lose in the season, but my mind's very far away from contract stuff right now. We'll get to that when it's time.
Fred, you played with some of the best and against some of the best. What can Jalen Green take from this playoff series to fuel him going into next season and in the future?
Yeah, just stuff to work on in the off season, fuel, motivation. Every great player has struggled at times. Every great player had to learn how to adjust and adapt. The ultimate sign of respect from the opposing team is to take him out. We saw them do that in multiple games this series. But Jalen's going to be all right. I'm not really online right now, so I'm not. I keep hearing like the narratives that are going on. I haven't really seen much of it, but we're not going to make this about Jalen. You know what I mean? He had an incredible season this year. He carried us a lot, made big strides, played unbelievable basketball, and obviously, in the playoffs it's tough. You got to find ways to be effective, and I believe in him, and I know that he's going to use this summer to get even better and come back next year a better player.
I don't have your first playoff experience off the top of my head, but are those things that you could share with Jalen, that it does get better, or what are those type of things? How do you look to impart that knowledge?
I mean, everybody's journey is different, right? But I mean, I can share with him what I've seen and what I've been through, and again, it's the weight of the world seems to be on his shoulders at times with everybody else's expectations. But I mean, he played well. He played team basketball. It wasn't we were a balanced group all year. It never really was about one guy all season. So we knew that they were going to load up on him. They did it. We played them 12 times, I think, this year. So they kind of played him the same way every game. But again, as on the path to greatness, there's going to be stumbles and shortcomings and failures. And when you don't win a championship, it feels like failure. And you use that, in your summertime as you prepare and get ready to come back a better player.
Fred, Amin really asserted himself in the second half of the series. What was the most impressive thing to you about him in his first playoff appearance?
Problem solving. Again, he's starting to problem solve in real time, starting to read defenses, starting to figure out where he can find his spots. He's such a athletic force, but I think at times he can get slowed down trying to think and overthink a little bit. So once he found his spots, he was able to get downhill Sky's the limit for him. Obviously, he was huge for us, and coming out of the 3-1 hole and him finding that attack mode, he just adds another dynamic to our team. So I'm super proud of him.
Fred, in postgame, Steve Kerr said you'd been a series changer, and they wanted to try to stop that. I wonder, from your point of view, what you saw that they did differently tonight than they had.
Yeah, I felt it tonight. Definitely stay home a little bit more. Definitely show some more pressure. Bring the big up a little bit higher on the screens. Fighting over a little bit harder. I mean, honestly, it felt like we were 3 for 12 from 3 the whole entire game before the last 2 minutes. So we didn't even get any attempts up. You know, it was a game plan thing they did. So we got some 2s, didn't shoot great from 2. So, you know, it's hit or miss there, but it was just a numbers game tonight. I think Buddy Hield outshot us by himself from 3. So this new era, it's hard to compete, you know, at that level of shot making 3s more than 2 is just the way it goes. But they did a good job of taking away a lot of our looks, staying home, and forcing us to take 2s. And we just didn't convert at a high enough clip in the paint.
Hey, Alpi, what do you feel like you learned about yourself during the playoffs?
What I learned real basketball. You know, of course we had really good season, but this was different, and you know, we just learned a lot. We learned how to play together. You know, we played the team over and over 7 times, so just trying to stay together. You know, talk every day, and you know, it was just, you know, hard series for us. Especially, like, obviously we are upset right now, you know, but it's going to be a great off season for us, and you know, just get better next year.
I'll be being defended by Draymond for these last 7 games. Are there little counters that you feel like that you can pick up pretty quickly to make it easier to score against really good defenders like him?
I mean, you know, obviously he's one of the best defender of all time. So it was great to play against him. But of course, you know, I have a lot to work, and making all those easy shots, I just gotta be, you know, I'm gonna work a lot this off season on those shots and come back even stronger next year, and you know, hopefully make those next year in the playoffs.
Alpi, when you and Jalen first came in, it wasn't, you know, the best of situations here with the organization, and you know what you all went through the first 2 years. What was the conversation that you and Jalen had, you know, after tonight's game? As far as, I know that it's disappointing right now, but it's, you know, well far away from what you all came into.
I mean, we were talking, you know, we earned this, we earned to come here, and you know, it was just been long journey, me and him together, and it was just happy to see us over here together. You know, it's obviously it's upsetting losing, but we got to learn a lot, and you know, take this series a compliment for us, and just get better and better, and come back next year even stronger. You know, I believe in us, and we're gonna come back stronger and stronger, and it's gonna be different next year.
Fred, what happened that moment with you and Draymond where he knocked you down? Did he talk to you afterwards as well?
I think I hit the ball. The ball went flying. Obviously, flowed a little bit, knocked me down. But yeah, I mean, listen, I got a lot of love for Draymond. I know what he brings to the table. Those guys you hate to play against, but you love to play with them. So yeah, just competing. We got a good enough rapport to work that stuff out. So nah, that was nothing.
Last one.
Alpi, in the back, you talk about working in the offseason and coming back stronger next year. What area in your game are you maybe wanting to focus on or to develop?
I think I improved my defensive way this season, but you know, I got to work a lot more in my offense, I think, and I didn't have a great year with my offense. You know, I was even better last year, I would say, and I just kind of was, you know, struggling with offense, but I'm just gonna focus on that and on my body, on my touch, everything, you know, and long summer is waiting for me, so I have a lot to do.